Hey, my name is Jasper and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be giving my thoughts on Just Dance 2024 edition now that the year is nearly over. If you're curious why this video is so late, it's because I like to play the game and experience it over the course of the year to see if my opinions change, see updates, etc. I might make a lot of similar points if you watch my review of Just Dance 2023 edition last year, so be aware of that. Please remember that these are only my opinions and you're welcome to share your own in the comments. Enjoy! The song list this year really wasn't it, to be honest, which I know is a wild take, so don't be mad. I didn't connect much with a lot of the songs. Just Dance always includes a good variety of popular, unknown, new, and old songs, which I don't mind. I genuinely love when JD introduces me to songs I would have never found on my own. But that didn't happen much this year. I found a lot of them to be quite forgettable and they didn't stick around for me, which makes me a bit sad, lol. I feel the same about some of the popular ones too. The only songs that come to mind when I think of songs that I found through this game and enjoy are Wasabi, Can't Tame Her, and Whitney. Plus, I did really love most of the hits that we got in the game though. Getting to see Whitney Houston and Destiny's Child finally in Just Dance was so exciting. Plus, we got some big hits like Flowers and Calm Down, with some old hits like Gimme More and Don't Cha. I'm surprised we didn't see more of Taylor this year since she's been everywhere, lol. The good section of the song list was amazing and it gave us some iconic tracks. Along with that, I think the mess songs were very boring. The good really had a hard time with outweighing the forgettable portion of the song list. A very mediocre selection, I'd say. I really like most of the maps this year. The visuals are beautiful, the camera work is amazing and it brings the maps to life. I love the maps that take advantage of them, they look great. The backgrounds are so detailed and intricate, they look great. You can tell that so much passion and time went into them. I love them for that. The choreographies are also so good, most of them are fun and addictive. I especially like the harder maps in the game like Can't Tame Her, Don't Cha Extreme, and Wasabi Extreme. The choreos this year are for the most part perfect. And same with the coaches that aren't reused, they have such unique and creative designs. This game has introduced me to some of my favorite coaches like Hoku and Moxie. The coaches look so good and the performances they put on is just wow. Their energy, facial expressions, the lip syncing, it's all here. Plus the intros and outros are chef's kiss. I love getting to see them. Obviously, there's a few duds in the bunch like with every other JD game. It's bound to happen if there's over 60, but for the most part these maps are well put together and so nice to look at. One last note for Ubisoft. I'm begging you to give US more quartets since they've been so forgotten about lately, and less recycled coaches, backgrounds. If you want more in-depth thoughts about every JD 2024 map, then check out my ranking video. I plan to make a video entirely about the lore at some point, so I'll make this short. I know this is a very divided and controversial topic for a lot of JD fans, so remember this is only my opinion. The lore isn't really my thing. It felt fun and fresh for JD 2023, but now it feels dragged on for way too long. The same story could have easily been told if 3 of the maps were cut out. 7 is way too many and takes up so much of the game. It was very disappointing to see long-awaited songs like Stronger and Treasure be used as lore maps instead of getting their own original ideas. Half of the maps felt like a rehash of what we already got. Mihaly discovered their flow and spawned the panda in the last game, but this time turns into the panda. Very original. Brett Siana dances with backup coaches and motivates them, but this time on a beach? Wow. Jack Rose dances in front of a crowd, but this time it's clones of himself. So exciting. I think you get my point here, but they come off as very samey and not that original, which was so disappointing since it takes up a good portion of the base game. I don't know where to begin here. The seasons were very disappointing this year. Firstly, I think the release schedule for the season maps was much better last year. Having one new song and one legacy song every week made the seasons feel a lot more exciting, cause you would have a new map to play every week. Releasing half the season in 1 month makes the wait for the second half feel so much longer and less engaging. And all of the seasons only had 25 rewards instead of the 40 that we got last year, so that was a big downgrade. There's a lot less to collect now, so the fun of earning ends very fast. You can easily collect all the rewards before the second half of the season even drops, but the biggest downgrade of all has to be the amount of songs we get. Now we get 4 songs per season instead of 5 like last year. In the latest season, Lights Out, we only got 3 songs, which is concerning, and I hope it doesn't continue like that in the future. My other issue is the Disney season. It caters too much to a specific audience. It disappointed many fans that don't like Disney or musical songs. At least with the Eurovision season from last year, you didn't have to watch Eurovision to understand, enjoy the songs. The only season this year I genuinely liked was Season 2, YDK. It didn't disappoint with musical songs or a lack of songs like in Lights Out. I hope JD doesn't continue to go down this path with its underwhelming JD Plus content. No game modes have been added since October of last year, so there isn't much to talk about. The challenge mode is kind of fun at times, especially if you have lots of online friends to challenge and compete with to get higher on the leaderboard. Speaking of online friends, the online multiplayer has still been quite buggy and breaks from time to time, but thank God it's improved since last year. It's a lot more bearable now, and it's very fun to play with others. I appreciate that you can play with friends no matter which edition of the game you have. It makes things really fun if you don't own a certain game. The workout mode is nice too. I've tried it myself, and it's very helpful to track how much you've been dancing for. If you want to exercise using JD, then this is the way to go. My only complaint is I wish it was more fleshed out like sweat mode was in earlier games like JD 3 and 4. The game is still pretty bare bones, not gonna lie. So I hope we see something to spice things up, cause there is so much potential. Maybe the World Dance Lore or Simon Says. I mean, what else is there that I could really say here? Nothing has changed much from Just Dance 2023 edition besides the colors and theme. But there's things I like about both. I really miss Just Dance 2023 edition's UI. I like the dark galaxy, and the start screen didn't focus too much on the lore itself, which I appreciated. But on the other hand, I think JD 2024's UI feels a bit more cleaned up and smooth when navigating the menu and such, which I like. I think it could use some more animation and detail, cause it still feels quite stiff and flat and like menus before it. But I still love the design and how easy it is to find songs, categorize them, etc. It's organized very well and I love the layout, but please stop sending me back to the home screen after each song. Again, not much to talk about since there hasn't been many big updates. I like that they brought back randomizing songs as a surprise me button in case you don't know what to play. It's a cool feature that hasn't been an AJD game for a very long time if I remember right, so it was a nice addition. It took them so long to bring back custom playlists, but I'm happy to see them again too. I definitely think that being limited to 30 songs is pretty lame though. When you have a song catalog of over 300 songs, that's such a low number in comparison. And playing JD using the playlist gets old very fast because the lack of a shuffle option. Lastly, a big point I wanted to bring up were the levels. When will there be more levels? With each game, I think there should at least be 50 new levels to work towards. It's about to be 2 years since JD 2023 and we've seen nothing. For a game that costs $50 to $60 in the US, it's being treated like the LCA. We only got the songs and like 30 quests with rewards in total. I hope that JD 2025 isn't as dry of a release and new levels are added. In conclusion, I think the game is decent. It has its imperfections, but it also has things that make it good. The songs are either very good choices like Gimme More and I Wanna Dance with Somebody, or very forgettable like Seven and Swan Lake. The choreos are great and the maps are still beautifully done despite almost half the game getting recycled elements. It could benefit from better JD Plus content and more game modes too, so I think it's somewhere in the middle as a mediocre game. I know I sounded harsh in this video, but it's only out of love for the series. I don't want it to go downhill as the games have been getting a lot of budget cuts because of poor sales in the past couple years. So I hope that Just Dance 2025 edition is an improvement, cause I had high hopes for this new area of JD. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, then feel free to give it a like. Don't forget to comment your thoughts about JD 2024 down below because I'm curious to see what you have to say about the game. Please consider subscribing if you never want to miss my next upload. But until the next time you click on one of my videos, bye.